Okay, so this video is about humiliation, ritual abuse, and I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. That was a good intro. But um, this is just my experience growing up with humiliation, ritual abuse, and how it's orchestrated, how your life is curated, the parts that the government plays, the part that your family play as the black sheep of the family. Um, and it could start off with small, minute things. So my narrative, and I spoke about this before, my narrative was supposed to be the angry black man. I was supposed to be angry, I was supposed to be rude, I was supposed to be aggressive, and I'm none of those things. In any way, shape, or form. I keep to myself, I'm highly intelligent, I figured out the government system, and I'm not playing games with them or they little satanic society, secret pedophile society or whatever they have going on. Um, so growing up and dealing with this satanic humiliation ritual abuse is I never knew I was a part of it until I want to say 2024 when I discovered what humiliation ritual abuse was. And it is when you have your FBI agent, your CIA agent, and then you are broadcast. They are showing random strangers your entire life story, and you have no idea about it whatsoever. And when I say your life story, I mean via your eyes, via nanotechnology, via implants. They call it remote neural monitoring, and I will list the patent at the end of the video. But they are broadcasting your whole entire life. The reason that my family was so dramatic in their responses to me, everything was blown out of proportion always. There was always a family fight, a family argument, and it was always said that I was the problem or it was my fault. And I'm sitting here like, how can you be the problem and how can it be your fault when all you do is keep to yourself? Meaning, I was reading books in my room. I was always in my room. I always kept myself because I realized anytime I came around them and anything I said was taken out of context and it always caused drama. So I thought they made me believe through this system that I was the problem. So I kept to myself. I'm not the problem. Somebody made a deal with the devil for my life, for my soul. And this is where we are right now. So now I'm at a point where I'm overcoming the humiliation ritual abuse daily. I'm getting the voice to skull technology. I'm gonna list that patent at the end of this video as well. I'm getting the voice to skull technology. I'm getting the bone conduction technology, the sonic propulsion technology, the direct energy weapons. I'm getting the constant 24/7 game stalking and the humiliation abuse. And somehow I still managed to graduate with my bachelor's degree this year in 5 months. So they already pissed off. Now I'm going to school to get a master's. Now, granted, I'm struggling with this master's only because I did not know how extensive um, learning computer languages were. Even if I put my best foot forward, I already know I'm not going to end up getting this degree by the end of this year unless I have help. And I have enlisted a lot of help to assist me with this degree. But that help is from targeted individuals as well. So that's neither here nor there. If I don't get it this year, I will definitely get it next year. And then we're moving on to where I can start my law degree. But that's a completely separate story. For the first time in a very long time, she got into it with herself. But my mother's upset. She's complaining about the mortgage, the light bill, and the mortgage, the light bill, and mortgage lights, and I don't know, like the water or something. I don't know. So I just got my degree. I'm waiting on my money from school so I can get the license to attach to that degree so that I can go into the job field that I want. Granted, I'm going to be gang stalked, I'm going to be harassed, but it's nothing. I had a full-time management position at Dollar Tree for a year and a half, and I would have still been at that job had I not wanted to get my degree so I could go to school and I could prosper and I could finally start making the money that I deserve and the money that I earn. So I just got this. She's saying that you should have got your bachelor's and you should have got a job, or you should have kept working while you was getting your bachelor's. I wouldn't have got it in 6 months. The point, and I've said this 3 times to her. The point is to get the degree, so I never have to come back to this house again. Meaning, I probably never have to see you again. Ain't that what you always wanted? That's what you always wanted. Secretly, in order for you to be in a satanic cult, you have to sacrifice that person. You have to want that person dead. You have to. There has to be an insurance policy on that person. And when I did have my fourth psychosis, because I was hearing the voice of skull technology from the FBI and the CIA, when I did have that fourth psychosis, and they convinced me to commit suicide. They convinced me my life was over. They convinced me that I wasn't going to be anything. Again, this is voice to skull technology. There's the actual patents for it. When they convinced me of this, and I had that moment of psychosis, I was literally in the a mental institution or something in downtown Orlando, and the police was all looking at me angry. I've never met these people. I've never had a negative encounter with the police. I've never engaged actively with the police, but the police knew me. They knew my history. They knew my name. They knew who I was, because it goes back all the way back to childhood. So when I got there, a police officer told me, I told him, I was like, I didn't think I was going to make it. I almost killed myself while I was here, or unalived myself while I was here, excuse me. And he was like, you should have, because then your parents would have got $800,000. Now that was then, this is now, it's probably a lot more money now, because I figured out that system. Direct energy is supposed to burn the skin. It's supposed to dehydrate you, destroy your organs, your nervous system. It's supposed to cause blindness. I can see just fine. It's supposed to cause burn marks, like here. They're trying to stop blood flow here, but it can only go so far. They're trying to cause cancer and cause sickness, but I switched my entire diet. Except for like right now, I wanted some noodles, so I ate some noodles. But for the most part, I eat fruits and I eat beans and drink a lot of water and take my vitamins and my minerals. And I put on my product and I protect my skin and I wear my armor. So I'm blacklisted from TikTok. I'm probably blacklisted on YouTube as well. I'm pretty sure they hide my videos on Rumble. Unless you're looking for me, you won't find me. And then I post my videos on Facebook. I try to get the message out as much as possible, but as time goes on, I'm going to make sure, as long as there's breath in my body, I get the message out. Due to the fact that I'm not the only one. It's other parents out there that are sacrificing their children to these satanic cults, these satanic pedophile cults. And nobody can contradict or refute me, because I've gone through it, and there's millions of other targeted individuals out there that's going through it, and there's teenagers unaliving themselves from humiliation, ritual abuse in high school, in middle school, in elementary, or people going through life wondering, why am I going through this, and why does everything I touch turn to dirt even though I'm a good person? This is why. This is why. You have been marked. You are a target. So this is my experience dealing with humiliation, ritual abuse, and I wanted to post the interaction. I don't want to call it an altercation, because that was a one-sided altercation. I no longer fuss with people. I can't. But I will document. I'm going to document everything from this day forward. And yeah, that's just how I dealt with it. I finally made a plan to get out of this house and leave. They are pissed. So I graduated. I'm going back to work, but it won't be in Florida. This is hopefully my last chapter in Florida. I'm closing it. I may be gang stalked, harassed, and tortured in a new state, but it just won't be in Florida. It hurts too much to be in Florida. I used to be like, Florida is a pirate state. This is my home. I love Florida. Baby, Florida is one of the worst trafficking states for children. For children. And they blame Mexicans, they blame black people, they blame everybody except the real people that's doing it. Oh God. I don't want to say overseeing it, but basic committing crime, the ones that's actually committing crime, and that's the sheriff. It's a large pedophile organization. Who would have the resources to take that many children in a specific state, in a specific, as many police, sheriffs, FBI, state troopers that are here? No child should ever go missing in any state. In the entirety of the United States, no child should ever go missing. Who? Who would have the resources? Who is behind all these children missing? The government. They are not the government. They are the Freemasons, Illuminati, the sheriffs, the KKK, all these little satanic motherfucking pedophiles. That's who they are. I need for it to click in people's. I need for it to click.